there! It's Tom with A2 Agile, back with you again. And today, we're going to be talking about relationships at work. You know, the thing about relationships is they make work fun. And as you know, I always like to illustrate my point through music. And today will be no exception. Because one of the things I've observed over my years as a musician is that musicians really depend on having good relationships with the people that they play with. Without them, there's no joy. And without joy, there's really no collaboration at the kind of level that you need to make great music. And speaking of great music, I'd like to start off with one of my all-time favorite groups, a group called Bela Fleck and the Flecktones. And the Flecktones are all just tremendous musicians, which is appropriate because Bela Fleck is so incredible himself. And I'd like to start with an illustration of two musicians having a moment together on stage. And these two musicians are Howard Levy, who is the harmonica and piano player for the Tones, and the infamous, or the famous, I should say, Victor Wooten, Vic as he is commonly known. And let's jump right in here and have a listen to a little exchange that these two have. And notice the contact that they make. See, there's a lot of little, there's some smiling going on and some eye contact. And then also at the end there's the cue that he's coming out of his solo. Those things, those little moments of connection are just really powerful. And now I'd like to just jump into later in this same performance, an exchange between Vic and Bela. Sort of, these two have just, they've been together for a long time and they have such a strong relationship. Let's take a look at what happens here. Now, see there, there was two things going on. There was a little fun, eye contact and stuff, but there was also this sort of musical connection that, unless you're a musician, you probably don't even notice it, but, that they were trading some notes there that were clearly influenced by what each other was playing. And those kind of relationships are just incredible. Now, this is just an example of two musicians that work together all the time. They're, at the office basically right now, and they're having a relationship. But, there are other kinds of relationships that we can have at work. And I thought the next one would be a good example of where a musician is essentially having a relationship with their customer. And this was kind of a unique moment here. And I might jump around a little bit, but this is Keith Urban. And he invites a guy named Rob Joyce up on stage. Let's see what happens here.
You want to play You want to play my guitar. Your sign says, it's my boyfriend's birthday. You're pointing to him. Do you play guitar? Well, come on up here. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. This would be the night to do it. Here he comes. Look at that, like a champ. Come up here, brother. All right. Come on over here. All right. Firstly, what's your name?
Rob.
Rob, where are you from?
From Berlin, Massachusetts.
Who's your girl down there?
My girl is Lex. She's somewhere. Where are you, babe?
He could be your backup guitarist.
Really? Rob's on the guitar. This is the any guitar, Chris. You got a little volume here? Of course. There you go. Check that out. Make sure you're good to go. Just hold it down. I'm gonna take it down. Baby, tell me all you really for real. Side to side, doing that electric. When I see it, you got something like rain that's in the floor. Yeah, my sweet dream when I dream it. Just give me one chance. You'll ever know.
Now, I don't know if that was planned ahead of time, but it's just such a cool thing when you can interact with your customers like that at that level. I mean, this guy, obviously, he'll remember this forever, but the audience, the engagement level that the audience has when you build these relationships like this, like even though they're not up on stage playing, they feel that energy of having, one of their own participating. And these are just really important things to think about, like how you build the inclusion and through these relationships. And I had to have one more here. I'm actually going to get a couple more for you, but next one is another sort of spontaneous moment. This one actually in the streets, and you might recognize this guy. That's Steven Tyler, just hanging out in the street. I mean, there's a moment, the people who busk in the streets, that's what it's called when you play for money in the street, they're out there on their own, and to have something like that happen, it's not just an impact between the two of these guys and having this moment together, but the audience, the people that are in the street, I mean, they see Steven Tyler coming out like that, and it makes him into a human being and connects people with them. And these connections, these are what bring joy to life. And I had to have one more just collaboration because, music, one of the things about music is this ability to have these interactions. And I wanted to jump over, and just before we close out today, this is two blues guitar greats, Josh Smith and Eric Gales. If you look them up, you'll find out they're both just tremendous blues guitar players, and they happen to be playing together in this setting. And they're just trading licks on the blues, but watch their expression. I didn't even know where to start. I'm going to start in the middle of this little thing, because at the end they really have a lot of fun. But it's just a beautiful moment, from people, having a relationship on stage that transcends the music, really. I could listen to that all day. I mean, you can see these guys, they're finishing each other's lines and stuff, and it's just the joy. Look at the joy on their faces. I mean, this is what strong, positive relationships bring to your work. I mean, these guys are working right now. It doesn't even seem fair. And, while musicians may, because they tend to have so much passion around their work, it doesn't mean the rest of us can't enjoy that same kind of passion with the work that we do. And you can't really enjoy that passion that you have for the work without sharing it with other people. And I think this is really a beautiful thing to take to work every day, and to look for those opportunities to strengthen the relationships with the people that you encounter, even whether it's customers, co-workers that you don't normally work with on a daily basis, or your team members. I hope that this is useful, something you can take back to the office and benefit from. I hope that you will come back and listen to these videos again. I like to have some fun. I hope this one was fun for you. And please remember to subscribe down below as the button comes up here at the end of this video. And I will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.